In life, each of us longs to be respected by others. The feelings of suffering and dissatisfaction that arise when we aren't treated fairly, when we are judged through a negative lens, or even looked down upon, are experiences no one wants to endure. But how can we earn that respect? How can we ensure that when people think of us, they see an admirable image and that we carry ourselves in a manner worthy of such regard? Respecting others and being respected in return are two fundamental aspects of any relationship and key ingredients for success. When you respect others, you develop the ability to listen, understand, and appreciate each person's differences. Respect also involves refraining from causing harm, whether through words or actions. By doing this, you cultivate a peaceful, friendly, and cooperative environment where you are valued for both who you are and what you contribute. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "We cannot control the impressions others form of us, and the effort to do so only debases our character." This quote reminds us that rather than trying to control how others perceive us, the focus should be on developing strong personal qualities so that respect naturally emerges from our values. In this video, we'll explore 7 key lessons on how to earn the respect of others. These principles won't just help you become a person of integrity, they'll also enable you to build stronger, more lasting relationships in life. Let's dive into these lessons and discover how to grow into a strong and respected individual. Lesson number 1. Get out of the poverty trap. Have you ever wondered why sometimes it feels like you're not receiving the respect you deserve from others? Could it be because you haven't grown enough, financially, mentally, or spiritually? Or are there deeper reasons that cause you to fall into a cycle of disregard and disrespect? Respect isn't just something given by others, it begins from within. It's a valuable trait that can take years or even a lifetime to build, yet it can be lost in an instant due to small mistakes or bad habits. Every action we take shapes how others perceive us. When we uphold good habits, live by strong principles, and remain true to our values, respect follows naturally. However, on the flip side, even minor missteps, bad daily habits we don't even notice, can quickly erode everything we've built. Perhaps you've unintentionally broken a promise, acted in a way that disregarded others, or made choices that compromised your integrity. A single lie, an act of dishonesty, or a moment of impatience can be enough to lose the trust of those around you. And once respect is lost, earning it back is no easy feat. One of the most common reasons people lose respect is through mistakes and bad habits. Others often judge us based on our everyday behavior and attitude. If we aren't mindful of how we engage and interact, it's easy to lose their trust. Bad habits, like procrastination, irresponsibility, or failing to keep promises, can all contribute to a loss of respect. Stoic philosophy teaches the importance of self-discipline and control over our actions. When we remain rational, manage our emotions, and stay true to core values, we earn respect, not just from others, but from ourselves as well. Escaping poverty isn't just about overcoming financial struggles. For many, poverty is also associated with failure or a lack of effort in life. Those who live in poverty often face judgment, pity, or even disdain. Society tends to measure people by their achievements and material success. To break free from this cycle and avoid being looked down upon, one key step is to escape the poverty trap. But this doesn't mean you must become rich. It means you must rise above a mindset and lifestyle rooted in lack. To do this, you need to transform both the way you think and the way you live. Start by creating value in even the smallest actions and continuously strive for self-improvement. The first step toward gaining respect is bettering yourself. This begins with recognizing and gradually eliminating bad habits. You must set higher goals, push yourself to accomplish things you hadn't considered before, and most importantly, work toward becoming the best version of yourself. A powerful example of this philosophy can be seen in the story of Epictetus, a man who embodied the resilience of the human spirit in the face of hardship. Born into slavery in ancient Rome, he endured immense physical and mental suffering, even being permanently crippled by his master. Yet, Epictetus never allowed his circumstances to define him. Rather than accepting his fate, he chose to confront adversity with wisdom and philosophy. Stoicism teaches that while we cannot control external events, we have full control over how we respond to them. Epictetus lived by this principle. He refused to let pain, injustice, or prejudice dictate his self-worth. Through persistence and discipline, he turned his suffering into an opportunity for intellectual and moral growth. In the end, Epictetus became one of history's greatest philosophers, and his teachings have endured for centuries, not just because he had once been a slave, but because his life demonstrated the incredible power of human resilience. He proved that self-mastery and determination are the keys to overcoming any obstacle and earning lasting respect. In the next section, we'll discuss one of the most crucial elements of maintaining respect: keeping your promises. When you commit to something, make sure you follow through. Others will value your consistency and reliability. This not only helps maintain trust, but also strengthens your reputation as someone dependable. Respect isn't just built through grand gestures, it's also cultivated in the small, everyday moments, like honoring your word. Lesson number 2. Stop complaining. Easier said than done, right? For many, complaining has become such an automatic reflex that we don't even realize we're doing it. Some people find it easier to connect with others through dissatisfaction rather than empathy. You meet someone new and immediately start griping about the cold weather or trivial things in daily life, like how high-waisted jeans don't suit you. These seemingly harmless conversations create a quick sense of connection, but few recognize that complaining not only harms our mental state, but also negatively impacts our physical and emotional well-being. And let's be honest, complaining rarely solves anything. So how do we break this habit? The first step is to identify the root of our negative emotions and then work on shifting our mindset toward a more positive perspective. Keep in mind that breaking a habit takes time, patience, and dedication. Why should you stop complaining? Because everyone has their own struggles. No one is exempt from life's hardships, and constantly venting about your problems doesn't help. It only weighs down those around you. Think about a friend who always complains about her health, family issues, or school. Every time you see her, instead of feeling relaxed, you feel drained. No matter how much encouragement or advice you give, she never seems to improve. There's no doubt she's going through difficulties, but her constant negativity only worsens the situation. Eventually, you both grow distant, not due to a lack of care, but because the endless complaints became too overwhelming to handle. This is a truth we all need to accept. No one enjoys listening to non-stop complaints. People who constantly complain push others away because they become emotionally exhausting to be around. Everyone is fighting their own battles, and what they truly need is someone who brings them joy, comfort, and a brief escape from their worries, not someone who continuously pulls them into negativity. In this sense, complaining not only damages relationships, but also diminishes the respect others have for you. I've had my own days where everything seemed to go wrong and complaining felt like the easiest option. It's always easier to complain than to face problems head-on, seek solutions, or have honest discussions with those involved. But through experience, I've learned that changing your perspective and challenging yourself to stop complaining makes everything more manageable. A positive attitude, rather than constant complaints, helps you navigate challenges and earns you the respect and support of those around you. So if you want to uphold your self-respect and gain the respect of others, stop complaining. Instead, take action. Focus on finding solutions rather than just airing grievances. When you let go of complaints, you take control of your life, inspire others, and motivate those around you. That is how you truly earn respect. Lesson number 3. Keep your promises. When we talk about promises, we're diving into an area that plays a crucial role in shaping our daily lives and relationships. Promises are deeply woven into the way we interact with one another and the world around us. Their importance extends from the personal commitments we make to the professional assurances we rely on. In this discussion, we'll not only emphasize why keeping promises is so vital, but also explore the consequences of breaking them, along with ways to fulfill our commitments more effectively. In life, keeping a promise isn't just a simple task. It's the foundation of respect and trust between individuals. When we make a promise, we create an unspoken bond of trust with someone else. Stoic philosophy has highlighted this principle for centuries. As Epictetus once said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." His words are a clear reminder that once we define what we want to achieve, we must take action to make it happen. Your promise is part of that action. It reflects your honor and moral integrity. When you uphold your promises, you build trust and gain respect. On the other hand, breaking promises can damage relationships, sometimes beyond repair. Honesty and reliability are core traits that people look for in others. Without these qualities, forming genuine and lasting relationships becomes difficult. This applies not only to personal connections, but also to professional settings. Empty promises and unmet commitments can result in job loss, missed opportunities, and even harm your reputation among colleagues and friends. Imagine a tall tree standing in an open field, promising to bear sweet fruit in the autumn. Those around it eagerly await the harvest, trusting that their patience will be rewarded. But when the season arrives, the tree remains barren. No fruit, not even leaves. A sense of disappointment and doubt fills the minds of those who once believed in it. Their hopes fade, and their faith in the tree's promise diminishes. Similarly, when you fail to keep your promises or act inconsistently with your words, people will gradually lose trust and respect for you. A promise is like a seed. It takes time and consistency to grow into trust. When you nurture that seed with concrete actions and persistence, you will not only earn people's trust, but also their deep respect and admiration. The key to earning respect from others lies in keeping your promises. It's not just about completing a task. It's about showing respect for yourself and those around you. When you honor your commitments, you demonstrate responsibility and prove that you value the weight of your words and your integrity. On the other hand, empty promises and unfulfilled commitments diminish your credibility, making it harder for others to trust and respect you. Respect is not something you can buy or demand. It must be built gradually through actions, through consistently keeping the commitments you make. Ask yourself, would I still trust someone who constantly breaks their promises to me? If the answer is no, then we must also apply that same principle to our own behavior. Respect isn't earned through words alone. It's the result of consistent, meaningful actions. This is why keeping promises holds such profound significance. What are your thoughts on the importance of promises in everyday life? Have you ever lost trust in someone because they failed to follow through? Share your experiences in the comments below, and let's discuss together how promises shape our lives. Lesson number 4. Don't always be available to people. We've already explored how keeping promises serves as a foundation for respect and trust. Now, let's move on to lesson number 4. Understanding how limiting your availability can actually increase the respect you receive. Scarcity naturally creates value and appreciation. Does this scenario sound familiar? Your phone rings and you pick it up immediately. A notification pops up, an email or a message, and you stop whatever you're doing to respond. Someone asks for your help, and without hesitation, you say yes. If any of these behaviors happen often, you may be making yourself too accessible. Being willing to help friends and those around you is undoubtedly a great quality. However, living in a state of constant availability comes at a cost. When you're always there for everyone, people start to take you for granted. No matter how kind-hearted and well-intentioned you are, being ever-present can cause others to undervalue your presence. This is where Stoic philosophy offers an important lesson. Do not make yourself endlessly available. Think of a stream that constantly flows, always accessible and easy to reach. Over time, people stop appreciating it. In contrast, a diamond, though not essential for survival, is highly valued because of its rarity. Humans function in the same way. When you are constantly around, others begin to see your presence as ordinary rather than valuable. Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, once said, "Withdraw into yourself as much as you can. Associate with those who will make you a better person, and welcome those whom you yourself can improve. The process is mutual, for men learn while they teach." His message is clear. Know when to step forward and when to step back. This not only preserves your worth, but also makes others appreciate you more when you do show up. You may believe that being present more often will strengthen relationships and earn you respect, but the opposite is often true. When you're too accommodating and always say yes, people start to take you lightly, much like water, which is abundant but not highly valued. On the other hand, diamonds, though unnecessary for daily life, are highly esteemed because of their rarity. Those who practice self-control and set clear boundaries are respected more. Why? Because scarcity increases value. Of course, setting boundaries isn't easy, especially for those who feel obligated to help others. But it's crucial to understand that respect doesn't come from constant availability. It comes from knowing when to say no and managing your time and energy wisely. You can't be everything to everyone, and trying to do so will only drain you, leaving little energy for what truly matters. So, how can you start saying no and setting clear boundaries while still being warm and generous? It all starts with recognizing your own value. When you understand your worth, you won't feel pressured to please everyone. And when you make yourself less available, others will naturally seek you out more. Not only does this help you maintain balance in your life, but it also makes others respect and appreciate you on a deeper level. Are you ready to start setting boundaries for yourself? Try stepping back and see if people begin valuing your presence more. Comment below, "I set boundaries for myself," as a commitment to yourself. Lesson number 5. The power of saying no. The more you say no to the unimportant, the easier it becomes to say yes to what truly matters. Imagine your life as a garden, where each tree represents a commitment, possession, relationship, obligation, hobby, or activity. Over time, as you continue adding new responsibilities, your garden expands. If left unchecked, it can become overcrowded, chaotic, and lose its natural beauty. Like any garden, it's not just flowers and fruits that grow. Weeds will inevitably sprout. These weeds represent distractions, unnecessary commitments, and things that don't align with your core values. The power of saying no is like a pair of pruning shears, helping you trim away what no longer serves you. allowing your most important priorities to thrive. When you learn to say no to unnecessary demands, you're not just protecting yourself, you're preserving your energy and time for the things that truly matter. Always saying yes just to please others will leave you feeling trapped, exhausted, and unappreciated. If you agree to everything without consideration, people will begin to take you for granted, and your voice will lose weight in important matters. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be one." Life is too short to be filled with obligations that drain your energy and pull you away from what truly defines you. If you can't say no, you'll be swept into situations where your time no longer belongs to you. Others will assign you tasks you don't deserve, and little by little, you'll find yourself overwhelmed by obligations you never consciously chose. Saying yes to everything means losing control of your life. When you agree to everything, you're unknowingly surrendering control. Over time, people will stop valuing your time and opinions because they assume you'll always say yes. They may start thinking, "Why even ask him? He'll agree anyway." At that point, you not only lose self-respect, but you also waste precious time that could have been spent on meaningful goals and personal growth. True respect and happiness don't come from blind agreement. They come from setting clear boundaries and having the courage to say no when necessary. Saying no doesn't mean rejecting people, it means honoring yourself. If people know you only help because you can't refuse, they'll stop appreciating your efforts. Instead of gratitude, you might become someone others exploit, causing your value to diminish in their eyes. Mastering the art of saying no to maintain your dignity and self-worth. Learn to say no wisely and skillfully. This will help you keep your life organized and intentional. Reserve time for things that truly matter. Earn genuine respect from others. Remember, every no to the unnecessary is a yes to something greater. In the journey to earning respect, it's not just about learning to say no, it's also about having the courage to seek help and listen to feedback. That leads us to lesson number 6. Be courageous enough to ask for help and embrace criticism. This is a crucial step in building self-respect and personal growth in an ever-changing world. Conclusion: the true source of respect. Respect isn't about controlling others, it's about controlling yourself. Stoic philosophy teaches us that true respect is earned not through dominance, but through mastery of our thoughts, actions, and emotions. By applying these 7 lessons to your daily life, you'll find yourself more composed, confident, and resilient, even in the face of criticism or challenges. You'll not only command respect from others, but also build deeper, more meaningful relationships. Remember, no one can diminish your self-worth unless you allow them to. You have the power to choose your reactions, set your boundaries, and lead with wisdom. Which lesson resonates most with you? Of the 7 lessons we've explored, which one do you find most challenging to apply in your own life? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like this video to support our content. Share it with friends so you can grow together. Subscribe to our channel for more insights on Stoic philosophy and personal growth. Hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest content. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.